The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll run again with Blunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. Davis now. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Luke Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They start on the ground here with Blunt. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but, yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. To throw is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Wentz now on first down. It's complete. This is Brent Salek. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. A little juke. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bobby Wagner in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down. Now Blunt. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the Pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the deep, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blount hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, Davis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Looking to throw on second down. Davis. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Davis from the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Davis now to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here we go now.
Here's Davis operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Davis off the play fake. He hits Baldwin right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Walsh. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Again, here's Blunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wentz screen pass to Sproles. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They start on the ground with Rawls. There goes Thomas Rawls. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Walsh now for the PAT. With that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. First down, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. Well, how would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he knocks it through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And fresh off the pick 6, They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. Ertz shrugs him aside. They give him a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, busting through to get him for a loss of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Davis. They set up the screen to Rawls. Finding room at the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They run with a power back. Rawls. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Eagles take possession. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Lockett. Stiff-armed him. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The rookie from Tennessee, Derek Barnett. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Davis from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Wentz now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to throw. Davis. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Let's go. Blue 90.
Davis now looking to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Let's go. 319. Gun.
Here's Davis operating from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Sidney Jones. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
carry for Blunt. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 17-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, this is Rawls. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
They'll try to run with Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Here's Blunt. Running right through it. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. So they're going to go for 2. Wentz to throw again. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
And the back goes into motion. Now Davis on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Counterplay, Rawls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Davis. He'll dump it off to close ice. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Davis on 1st and 10. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw on 2nd down, Davis. That is caught at the 7. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point try now for Walsh. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Wentz now to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, Rolls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Davis now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brandon Graham in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left, those 2 points, doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rolls. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll run with Rolls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Sproles. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and goal. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew.